5 on your side at 6 starts now.
This evening, St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer signed off on a $13.7 million in life-saving winter assistance for people living in the May 16th tornado zone. Her signature comes after the final unanimous vote from the Board of Aldermen this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. Ann Allred has the night off. 5 on your side's Tracy Henson has followed this legislation from when Mayor Spencer announced it only a few weeks ago. So when will residents see this money, Tracy?
Kelly, it is still going to take a little time. It takes a bit to move around $13.7 million. So the Board of Aldermen expect that money to come in for the first week of December.
You know, in committee, they said weeks, and I want to hold them to that.
10th Ward Alderwoman Shamim Clark-Hubbard sponsored one of 3 winter assistance bills for May 16th tornado survivors.
We have people that are still being displaced. Just 2 weeks ago, I got a call on my way here that a whole building was going to have to be out of their building within 24 hours from tornado repairs. So these things are ongoing, you know, that we have to meet them where they are.
7th Ward Alderwoman Alicia Saunier sponsored another bill that passed out of the Board of Aldermen Friday morning.
And they are absolutely meant to work in tandem to make sure that the neighbors, from those that are living in tents next to their homes right now and condemned, or to those that we know have just been unhoused previously, we want to make sure that not a single person in our city freezes in the cold and dies.
Board of Aldermen President Megan Green signed off on all 3 bills.
We know every year we struggle with shelter capacity. We knew even pre-tornado that we had about 500 beds short of what we needed to going into the winter months.
She says one of the most noticeable details of the tornado winter assistance legislation will be seen at City of St. Louis shelters.
So what this bill does is it actually allows for staff to be paid for that shelter space to be planned in advance and not having to be so, last minute scrambling to try to find folks.
That is kind of the big question this year, is the city really does not have a good estimate on how many people will be needing winter assistance or shelter because there's still so much unknown from that tornado area. Live outside City Hall in St. Louis, I'm Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
And our political editor Mark Maxwell sat down with the St. Louis Mayor Spencer to talk about the long road ahead for the city's tornado recovery, including how much money is still needed for repairs.
Much of it's going to depend on whether or not we're rebuilding brick structures, how the rebuild is going to move forward. We're standing up and working with community to really develop and drive what that rebuild looks like. And that's going to really determine what the end price tag is going to be for the broader community.
You can see the entire interview tonight at 7 on The Record on 5+. Download the app for free on your smart TV. Just search KSDK.